Now, a great victory of 2011 came about when 350 partnered with the Sierra Club, labor unions, and many other environmental groups to lovingly pressure President Obama into rejecting the Keystone XL pipeline, which he has done. Yes. Yeah. And this powerful collaboration also helped propel the development of the Fossil Fuel Freedom Campaign. And we are honored to have Dave Van Dusen of the Sierra Club to share in the telling of the tale.
I'm here today to speak on behalf of the 3,000 members of the Vermont Sierra Club. We are honored and excited to stand with our friends and fellow environmentalists from 350 Vermont in order to demand a bold, sustainable, fossil fuel-free energy future for the Green Mountain State and beyond. Vermont can lead the way. What is clear to all Vermonters, from those who sugar to those who rely on snow-related tourism, to those who suffered at the hands of Hurricane Irene, is that our weather is becoming unpredictable, volatile, and extreme. Our climate is changing. Science tells us that this is the result of a worldwide accumulation of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere caused largely by the irresponsible and unsustainable burning of fossil fuels. But as of today, a new dawn is breaking over our eastern mountains. We Vermonters are standing together to say we can lead the way in the struggle for a green, sustainable, and climate-friendly energy future. It is the determined will of the people standing before you today and the tens of thousands of Vermonters we represent to see to it that Vermont moves forward with utmost urgency to fulfill its aspirations to end our dependence on fossil fuels and to build a future whereby a minimum of 90% of our energy needs are met through renewable sources by 2025. And we see 90% electricity as a good and doable start. And make no mistake, we do not stand alone. We stand united with all Vermonters. The Vermont Sierra Club over the last year has embarked on a clear strategy of bringing together seemingly unlikely partners in a united fight to preserve our environment. We've understood the need to bring together environmental groups, labor groups, social justice groups. This year we've formed an alliance with the Vermont AFL-CIO, the Vermont Workers Center, the Vermont Construction and Building Trades Council, the Vermont Iron Workers Local 7, thank you Mike Morelli for being here today, and 350 Vermont around our initiatives for green jobs and a renewable energy future. On the national arena, the Sierra Club and 350 and many other environmental and social justice groups came together to stop the tar sands pipeline. Because we work together with groups such as the SEIU, we've just had an important win in the struggle, and we'll continue working together to win more. In Vermont, we're committed to working with 350 Vermont and others here today to build Fossil Fuel Freedom Campaign. We are hopeful that by joining this historic campaign and working together here in Vermont, we can build a better future and be an example for all of the nation and the world. Where in the past environmentalists have stood with other environmentalists and labor has often stood with labor, today we have forged a path that is unique, that is powerful. We have forged a path whereby we are able to stand together, labor and the environmentalists and social justice groups, to speak with one voice on those issues that we all agree upon. Today, this issue is a renewable energy future. Besides me, over in the corner there, is Ben Johnson. Ben is the president of the 10,000 strong Vermont AFL-CIO. Ben and the AFL-CIO, the Vermont AFL-CIO, are here with us today because they too understand the dire need to articulate and then construct a future whereby our common fate is not dictated by the tightening stranglehold of fossil fuels and resulting climate change. The Vermont AFL-CIO correctly recognizes that it is an environmental and economic imperative to move towards a renewable energy future as fast as we reasonably can. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Ben Johnson, President of the AFL-CIO.
So I want to thank the Vermont Sierra Club and 350 Vermont for inviting us to be here today. And I think this is only the first time of many times this year that you'll see environmental groups and labor groups and community groups standing together here. The Vermont AFL-CIO supports increased renewable energy production because we understand that renewable energy is good for our members, is good for the state, is good for the planet, is good for our families, is good for everyone in Vermont. So we're proud to stand by Vermont's leading voices on the environment and to support the call for a renewable energy future going beyond fossil fuels. So we support S-170, sponsored by Senator Lyons. It'll bring about a more sustainable energy future and it will create jobs. But these can't be just any jobs. These have to be jobs that pay a livable wage, that pay benefits that sustain families, and that go to Vermonters that are building the infrastructure that's going to bring us to the sustainable energy future. So we also call on the House to pass H-586, introduced by Representative Susan Hatch Davis. It calls for new energy construction jobs to pay livable wages and to go to Vermonters first. Renewable energy built by Vermonters being paid a livable wage that sustains families is good for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.